the parts car has provided. That is a driver's side hood hinge. And the one I have on this car pretty much is broken. So you see it's kind of flopped down into here, and even when this piece is up here, it doesn't catch on this groove right here, and because of that the spring flies off. And I'm going to put the spring and the hood hinge from the parts car on here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need to mark it so I put it back in the same spot. I don't think there's much adjustment to it, but I just want to be sure anyway. And the second thing, there's one bolt here, and there's a bolt here and a bolt here from the inside that I have to get to, and then bolts right there. So I'm hoping my stick will kind of hold up the hood high enough where I can attach the hinge and not have to worry about the hood falling on me. I'll probably end up putting it this way, and then from there we can put the spring on, and I'll never have to worry about this thing in my way again. Here are the bolts that came out of the hood. The one thing you do have to remember is that this bottom one has a big fat washer in it. So I've supported it on a piece of wood, and I want to show you what was wrong with it. So you can see right here, that has a notch. This piece would never go in that notch because it's bent the wrong way. See that? How it never goes in there? That's the problem with this one. Alright, here is the new one right here versus the old one. You can kind of see a little bit better what I was talking about. So I think the play is mostly in this. This is one big fat rivet, and these two pieces, I mean, they can come apart, but they're pretty much together. The spring holds them together. And you see this one, I can do this with this one I can't. So what's happening is, since this is so wonky, it won't go into that catch anymore, and because of that, it won't hold the spring. And that's why the spring was missing to begin with, because the hinge was worn out, and that's why I have the spring out of the parts car to put it in. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to do the hinge first. But yeah, they're direct replacement, and this paint color is pretty much the same color my car was new, so it'll look like it's never been replaced, so it'll be awesome. The last time you guys saw this engine run, it would hesitate really bad when I gave it throttle. It'd shake and all that kind of stuff. I noticed that whenever I push on the accelerator pedal, nothing came out of these. So that's the accelerator pump. Basically, what it does is when I press on this, it's supposed to shoot gas out of here. There's a couple reasons why it won't work. One, this is replaced. I replaced this. I don't think that's the issue. Two, it could be full of junk. Or three, there's something wrong underneath here. So I'm going to keep taking it apart and see if I can't get to the squirt. Once I get it to manually squirt, then I should be able to put it all back together the way it came apart. Luckily, it still looks nice and clean in there, so I'm happy about that. I believe I figured out the problem. So if you look in this book, it kind of shows you the way it's supposed to be set up. Now, something interesting, here's some pictures of the carburetor when I took it apart, and you can see that I had disassembled it with the spring on the underside of the accelerator pump. Here's the accelerator pump. If you look at this book, somebody in the past had put it together wrong, and that's why I put it together wrong. The spring actually goes on top. So you see right there, it's on top. And then you have this pump circuit diagram that shows the accelerator pump head with a spring in between that and the top of the carburetor, which is right here. So yeah, the accelerator pump was just installed incorrectly. Half my fault because I didn't look at the book, and half whoever put the carburetor together in the first place, half their fault. So we're going to put it all back together and make sure it works. Now, let me show you a test you can do before you get to that point. So you can push this in here. See that? It's squirting like that. So it works when it's assembled correctly. Alright, I have the accelerator pump all hooked up. I don't have the top bolted on the carburetor, but I'm just going to test it real quick. I doubt y'all can see down in there. Let's get a flashlight. There we go. Alright, there's not much left in the bowl, but there we go. See, we got a good squirt. I'll put it back together, get it to run again. I didn't mention in the last video that I had a water leak, which was at the end of this hose right here, and also a fuel leak, which was down by the connection on the fuel pump. I have hopefully remedied both of them. But with the starter gone through again, the carburetor accelerator pump fixed, and the fuel leak fixed, it should start up from inside the car. You remember before I had to, let's get the battery cable out. Before I had to put gas down the throat of the carburetor in order to get it to start. But I think now I've done the accelerator pump enough that I should be able to do it with the pedal. So let's see where we are at. Looks like I left the ignition on. That's good. All right. Maybe not. Maybe not. That starter still sounds like garbage. Let's see. I don't think we're leaking fuel anymore. Still have fuel in the gas tank. Let's close the choke some. Look at that. I haven't run this car in a while. Let's see what's going on. It started up. The starter's not dragging anymore. Remember before it was dragging a little bit. Let's see what happens when we give it gas. It still doesn't like that. Come on. Killing me. Start up just fine. Let it warm up a little bit, see what that does. I feel like I need to change the oil again, it's getting pretty crappy. Maybe we should put the idle up just a tad. Let's see where we're at with that. No, don't run out of gas. You still got all this gas. Come on. That starter is totally hit and miss. Sometimes it sounds great, sometimes it sounds awful. Nope. Doesn't like that. Doesn't like that. Let's try it again. I've yet to check the timing, so there is that, but I guess I can go get that tool. It's not like that at all. Before I run out of gas, I'm going to throw a timing light on it, but I found the marks. You see them right there? There's a little notch in there that hopefully I'll be able to see when I put my timing light on it. In the book it says one's 0 degrees before top dead center, and the other one is 5 degrees before top dead center is what this motor should run at. And we will see what it's running at. I haven't set the dwell, I haven't set the timing. Basically, it's where it was when I got it. So, based on what the carburetor was like, it's a possibility that somebody had no idea what they were doing. So, I'm going to unplug this distributor vacuum advance and then go from there. The one thing I can't figure out though, on other carburetors, there's a like a screw you can set the idle with, and on this one, I have yet to find that. All that linkage does is the primaries and secondaries, but over here, all this crazy stuff. I did find that this moves. Don't know what that's supposed to do, but I might lube that up. See that right there? That's supposed to move. And this might be the idle screw. I don't know. I know this is the fast idle screw because here's the fast idle cam. But regular idle, I just don't know. I mean, you'd think they just put it like right here, but maybe this is too early for something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna lube this up, see if I can get that to do anything. I have the accelerator pumped unhooked right here, so I can show you what's supposed to happen when you press the throttle down. There we go. That's a good pump shot. Now I need to make sure it's going to do that when it's all hooked up, when this part is hooked up. It doesn't seem like it's wanting to do it with just the gas pedal, when you push down on the gas pedal. Alright. Messed around with the accelerator pump a little bit more, so let's see what happens. I know it should start up really nicely because all kinds of gas went down it. No, doesn't like it. I'm going to have to climb up on top of it and watch what happens when I push on the throttle down the carburetor. It just doesn't like it. So weird. You see it just die? I really think it's a carburetor problem, and I'm tired of messing with this one. I'll probably try to get another one, which might be throwing money in the garbage, it might not be. So we'll see. At least I'll get one that's identical to this. Let's start up one more time. Idles like a champ. Doesn't like that at all. One more time. One step at a time. I'll keep working on it, I promise.